Ezekiel Kell Brook, born May 3, 1986, is a British professional boxer. He held the IBF welterweight title from 2014 to 2017, and has challenged once for the unified WBC, IBF, and EBO middleweight titles in 2016. At regional level he held the British welterweight title from 2008 to 2010. In May 2017, Brook was ranked as the world's best active welterweight by the Ring magazine. 2. As of August 2020, he is ranked as the world's third best active light middleweight by BoxRec. 3. Brook had his first amateur fight at age 12 under the guidance of Brendan Ingle. At the end of his amateur career, he had won 31 of his 36 fights, winning 2 Amateur Boxing Association of England titles and 2 National Association of Boys Clubs British Boxing Championships and a gold medal in the Four Nations. 4. An early inspiration for Brook was Naseem Hamed, who was also trained by Ingle at the same Wincobank gym. 5. Brook's first fight as a professional took place in September 2004 with a 6-round points victory over experienced journeyman Peter Buckley at the Don Valley Stadium in Sheffield. He would fight again 4 more times that year to end 2004 with a record of 5-0 in just 4 months. Brook went about learning his trade against a host of journeymen before getting the opportunity in June 2008 to fight for the British welterweight title, having compiled a winning record of 16-0. The championship fight at London's York Hall saw Kell Brook take on Welshman Barry Jones for the vacant title. The fight was not without controversy, however, as the previous incumbent, Kevin McIntyre, had been stripped of the title after he sustained an injury and had to pull out of his scheduled defense against the Yorkshireman. Brook ended up winning the vacant title with a 7th-round technical knockout, TKO, of Jones, who had come in at relatively short notice. 6. Having won the title, Brook was then ordered to face the former champion, and the bout took place in Glasgow's Kelvin Hall on November 14, 2008. Prior to the fight, and referring to the bad blood that has built up between the two fighters, Brook said, "Once I knock out McIntyre in style, then there will be no question mark over who should be British champion." 7. When the fight finally did happen, Brook put McIntyre down 3 times in the first round to win by TKO to send the Glasgow crowd home disappointed. 8. On January 30, 2009, Brook returned to the York Hall to meet former Marine Stuart Elwell in a voluntary second defense. The fight again ended quickly when the referee stopped the fight in the second round, handing victory to Brook. 9. He claimed the Lonsdale belt outright on July 20, 2009 when making his third defense against prizefighter winner Michael Lomax. The fight, at the Men Arena in Manchester, was on the undercard to Amir Khan's World Championship victory over Andreas Kotelnik and saw Brook win by TKO in the third round. After the fight, Brook said that he believed he was the best in Britain but couldn't say for sure until he's beaten Chorley's Michael Jennings, who he challenged to a matchup. 10. On September 25, 2009, Brook pipped fellow champion Nathan Cleverly for the prestigious title of Young British Boxer of the Year award, as voted for by the Boxing Writers Club. The vote was the closest in the history of the award, with Brook claiming the honour by 1 vote over Cleverly, who held both the British and Commonwealth light heavyweight titles. In winning the award, Brook joined a list of boxers which included the likes of Ken Buchanan, John H. Stracey, Barry McGuigan, Nigel Benn, Naseem Hamed, Joe Calzaghe, and Amir Khan. 11. Brook's first fight of 2010 took place in Liverpool on March 12, 2010. The fight, for the WBO Intercontinental title, pitched Brook against Poland's Krzysztof Bienias, a man last beaten by Junior Witter in 2005 and with a run of 17 straight wins. Brook collected his second career title when in the 6th round the fight was stopped by the referee following a dominant display by the Yorkshireman. 12. Brook's long-awaited fight against Michael Jennings was due to be next on July 3, 2010 until a rib injury forced the fight to be postponed for a second time. The fight, for Brook's British title, was then scheduled to take place between Jennings and former Commonwealth welterweight champion John O'Donnell 13, before O'Donnell pulled out, and was then rescheduled between Brook and Jennings. 14. Finally, on September 18, 2010, Brook boxed Michael Jennings at the LG Arena in Birmingham. Brook defeated Jennings via 5th-round TKO after the latter sustained a cut, with the referee deeming the injury too severe for the bout to continue. The win doubled as Brook's 4th defense of his British title and the first defense of his WBO regional title. 15. On December 9, 2010, Brook made his second defense of his WBO Intercontinental title, defeating Philip Cody via second-round TKO. The win ensured that Brook kept his number 1 ranking with the WBO. 16. On April 8, 2011, Brook split from promoter Frank Warren and joined the Matchroom Sport Boxing stable under Eddie Hearn, with Brook saying that he was really buzzing to have joined the outfit. Hearn said that he was excited about adding Kell to our stable. Speaking of Brook, he said Kell oozes class and has that something special about him. In short, he is going to be a superstar. 17. Brook's first contest for the promotional outfit was on June 25, 2011 at the Hillsborough Leisure Centre in Sheffield and resulted in a 12-round unanimous decision (UD) victory against Lovemorndu, capturing the vacant WBA Intercontinental title in the process. 18. On March 17, 2012, Kell Brook took his undefeated run to 27 fights by beating Matthew Hatton, brother of Ricky Hatton, by UD in Sheffield. The scores were 119-107, 119-108 and 118-109, all in favor of Brook. In front of nearly 10,000 fans at the Motorpoint Arena, Brook added the IBF International Welterweight title to his WBA Intercontinental title. Brook floored Hatton in the 9th round but could not knock out his Mancunian opponent. The fight gave record-breaking viewing figures for Sky Sports' Fight Night Live program, as well as being the most watched fight of the year in Britain. Afterwards, he said on the prospect of facing Khan, "Of course I want Khan. I've been banging on about Amir Khan, but I'm going to do my own thing, and if that fight happens, it happens, and I'll smash him. I want to be fighting at that top table now with elite fighters. I think I've proved I deserve to be there." 19. Brook faced Carson Jones at the Motorpoint Arena in Sheffield on Saturday, July 7, 2012. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport promoted the fight, with it being billed Edge of Glory, as both fighters saw this fight as a stepping stone to a shot at a world title. The fight was shown live on Sky Sports 1. The weigh-in took place in Sheffield's Winter Gardens on 6 July, with Brook weighing in at 10 st 6 pounds 10 ounces, 60.16 kilograms, and Jones weighing slightly less at 10 st 6 pounds 6 ounces, 60.04 kilograms. Brook dominated the early rounds, moving well and connecting regularly with 2- and 3-punch combinations. However, as the fight went on, he began to tire and Jones was able to land shots of his own. Brook's nose was broken in the 8th round. He was almost floored in the final round but was able to hold on until the bell. Brook did enough in the early rounds to win the fight by majority decision, MD, as the judges' scorecards read 114-114, 116-113, and 115-113 in Brook's favor. Brook was taken to hospital after the fight due to blood loss from his broken nose. 2021. In August 2012, Matchroom Sport announced that Brook would face veteran Hector Saldivia at the Motorpoint Arena in Sheffield on October 20, 2012. The winner would then become the mandatory challenger for the IBF welterweight title held at the time by Randall Bailey. At a packed weigh-in the day before the fight at Sheffield's Meadowhall Centre, both fighters weighed in under the 147 pounds limit. Brook started strongly, knocking Saldivia down midway through the first round. The second round was very similar, with Saldivia unable to deal with Brook's accuracy and power. In the third, Brook landed a solid, well-timed straight which sent the Argentinian to the floor again. This time he struggled to get up as his legs wobbled beneath him and the referee stopped the contest in the third round. 22-23.